Okay, I'm gonna kind of jam it. Is this too loud or is this good?
Maybe go down just a bit.
Sometimes I never know. People just come into the webinar and just get blasted with music.
Like, you know, Stephanie, they're either getting blasted with the music or they're having a good day.
Oh, so exciting, so exciting. Oh man, and we're so happy because we've reached the end and we also are speaking with Roz. It's such a good time right now. So awesome. And happy hour's coming up. Awesome. So great.
Hour.
Yes. Where is everybody coming in from? Because I know, so Debbie said good morning, nice and early. So Roz is in Friday the 13th right now. She's made it to the future. How exciting.
I am. I'm here in
looking?
Australia. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Oh, so good to see. We've even got some Travel Agent Achievers members who have jumped on early this morning here in Australia. I saw Debbie first up. I saw Christy, who are in Victoria. We've got people in Sydney, from Sacramento. Oh, good afternoon, Janelle, from Washington. Colorado Springs. I love Colorado. I am a snowboarder and I love
it's awesome.
Oh,
in England. Oh, it's like 9.
Yeah.
You will be ready for, hope you have a happy hour cocktail. Right, a late happy hour.
I mean, and I'm heading over to Europe in about 6 weeks' time. I cannot wait to get over there. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be gorgeous.
Oh, Melissa, you're in Idaho. One of my bestest friends lives in Boise, and I cannot wait to get there and see her next year. I'm going to combine that with the Virtuoso Travel Week, Steph, just so you know.
Oh, cool.
I might even make my way to Chicago.
That is so cool. Deb said, I am coming with you, Roz, carrying your bag.
You are coming with me. Just putting it out there. Steph and I had the opportunity to meet in Las Vegas in August this year. And you know what? It is so good to have that hashtag human connection and to be able to put faces to names and give each other a great big hug. It's just so beautiful. So good to see you guys all here. Hello from Maryland. You guys in Texas as well. Hey, I'm going to call you, there's another Stephanie on here, but I'm going to call you a Steph as well because we are now mates.
It's our the Aussie nickname. It just gets shortened. I love it. I love it.
Everything gets shortened. So we've got Sarah here. I'm going to call you Sez. We've got Allison here. I'll call you Ali. You know, I can shorten everybody's name. It's so good to see you guys.
Secret talent.
Awesome. That's what we should do after. Like, okay, so maybe during happy hour, during in between questions, we'll pick out a person and be like, Roz, what's the Australian nickname for this person? We all get Aussie nicknames.
We all get Aussie nicknames today. Yeah. You know, I think did I see a Gary here? He's a Gaza. That's what we'll call you, Gaza.
What would Bonnie's nickname be?
Nodes. Oh my God, Bonnie. I have a sister called Bronwyn and I call her Babs. I don't know why.
That.
I mean,
I love that.
So Bonnie, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna think. It'd probably be like Bonbon or Bon or something.
I was thinking Bonbon.
Bonbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stephanie's been known to say Bon a few times.
Yeah. Bon. How exciting. Aussie nickname is Dazzler for Darren. That's awesome. Love that. That's so great.
I love that, Darren.
I love it.
That's so cool.
This is so awesome. And I know we have a lot to get through. So I'm just going to be quick. I'll be quick, I promise. Because I know by this point, I feel like everybody's probably heard my spiel, heard me and Bonnie do our spiels. But this is the last one. Oh my God, it's crazy. These go really, I can't believe this. Every time we do something like this, they just go so fast because we just have so much fun. I know Debbie's like, no, I know. It's been so much fun because it's, again, we get to take 3 days just to take aside and just talk about sales, focus on the business, on the biz, and all these different topics that intertwine with sales. And I was telling Roz before this, I know she got to watch some of the recordings from this week, but what's really cool is a lot of the themes that I've been seeing are wrapping up really well for this session, because a lot of the past themes were like having confidence, putting yourself out there, and how do you look, on the outside for people, and just the relationships, and it's just so, it all goes in. I was like, this is so perfect. This is really like, couldn't have planned this any better. So it's been fun. And I do want to mention too, that if you have missed any of the sessions, you can go to our page at Sales Workshop, the link that you would have used to register, and you'll be able to watch all the recordings. Same with this one. This one will be ready like 10-15 minutes later. But then after that, I'm just going to tell you now, so that way we can get, when we get done here, we can get on to happy hour after, because we put it right up, because we're like, if we're gonna have a session with Roz, we got to have some fun. So we're gonna just jump right into travel trivia happy hour after. So join us for that if you're able. It will be a lot of fun. I think there's like 21 questions, and they're travel related, and we use Kahoot, so it'll be really fun if you're familiar with that. And then we'll have some prizes also. So it'll be good. So you might see.
Yes, have you got swag? Like, this is one thing that
swag. We really should probably get on the swag. We'll make that happen the next time.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Happen. Yeah,
I think
that. You know some people that might be able to make that happen, right?
We probably got a connection somewhere.
Yeah. So I love it. Yes, all the ideas. We'll if anyone has other ideas, we'll just pitch them to our CEO. Like, I'm thinking like trips or something, David is probably
I was thinking like a mug to have your coffee in. Like,
I love that idea.
Like, I want branded stuff. I would love some really good pens. Like, mine are falling apart here. I would love some really cool stuff that is Travify, that just keeps you guys at the front of my mind.
I love that. A wine tumbler. The greatest idea ever.
You guys know Stephanie so well.
Yeah.
Wine tumbler. And you are right up my alley. I like you. Yeah, I want to try. See, we collect these sorts of things, Steph. We've got to get this out here. Yeah.
I know. Well, this is okay. Now we've just elevated the future happy. Oh my gosh. I love this. Keep these coming, everybody. I love it. It's so cool. But I do want to say, I want to go ahead and do, even though we keep saying Roslyn, but I want to give you a formal introduction, because you are just so great. If you've seen, she's been on past webinars, podcasts. It's been so much fun, like just knowing you and everything. But if you're first time seeing Roslyn, you're in for quite the treat. And this is Roslyn Ranse, who is a travel consultant, business strategist from the Travel Agent Achievers, but also a really successful travel advisor yourself too, travel planner. So she knows her stuff basically, which is awesome. So with that, I guess that's my intro. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, hi everybody. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Bonnie, for having me today here for the Travify Sales Workshop. I am absolutely thrilled, and this is something that Stephanie and I have been talking about for months now. And I think when we did the last session, so this was all around groups and group travel back in May this year, we were saying, like, what's the next thing? This is really cool. And the feedback that we got was all around sales. So you guys are really here today to get the best information, and you have been able to do that over the last few days. But I'm here to kick off with something that is very close to my heart, something that I know everybody really needs, and this is talking about yourself. So am I cool to kick off now, Steph? Bonnie?
Oh yeah, go for it. And we can see your screen and all.
Perfect. Okay. I'll make sure that I've got my little mousy mouse over here to click over to the different pages. But welcome everybody. It's so great to have you here today. I am Roz, and my topic is how to promote and sell yourself as a travel advisor. Now, I know we're going to get into a whole lot of detail. So this topic for me is a really great one to finish with, but it's also a really good one to start with, because if you know anything about owning a business, we actually need to get ourselves out there and bring people into our business in order to actively sell, market, and promote our services. So I love to be able to talk about marketing, sales, operations, client work. My background is in international business. So this is a topic that is really close to me. And for anybody who wants the resources that I will be walking you through, grab your phone now. I'm going to give you 2 opportunities throughout this whole presentation to actually use your phone. So grab your phone, use the QR code, and download the resources. That'll take you to a landing page that is travelagentachievers.com/Travify. And there is a free resource there to help you kick off with all of the stuff that we're going to go through today. All right, so you've been bombarded with information over the last few days, everything from Coffee for Closers. I watched Cindy's presentation. I see her on YouTube. We've talked about ideal clients, demographics, psychographics. We've talked about social media advertising and getting yourself out there in different ways. Now, I love all of this because it all ties into, you could do this thing, you could do this thing, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to you as the business owner. So I want you to be thinking about you as the creator, you as the business owner. I want you to step into that today. I want you to say, yep, I am here and I am ready to actually actively promote my business. And we are going to do that right now. So what we're going to be talking about is... I'm running off 2 different screens here, Steph. So I'm like, where is all this going? Okay. So what we're going to run through today is what it means to actually sell yourself as a travel advisor. We're going to be talking about why it's important to actively be in sales mode. Ideas and ways that you can sell yourself in a way that works for you, because I know not everybody is going to want to be live on breakfast TV like tomorrow. You're not going to want to do that. Not everybody is like that. And it does take courage. It does take a lot of practice, but there are going to be ways that will suit you specifically where you are. And then we're also going to have a quick chat about a sales process, because for anybody that knows me, I love a good system. I love organization and structure, except when it comes to my desk. But I love systems and organization and knowing where to go next, because if we don't have a plan, we can often fail. We don't know where we're going and we don't know the direction. So I love having all of that sort of stuff here for you guys today. Now, I have created some resources, as I said, so I want you to grab your phone, go on and grab that as well for yourself so that you can come back to it at any time. This is something that you can print out, you can write notes in it. You've got some ideas there, which you can then have more of as well. But this is the start. And I say this is the start because you, my friends, are taking action. And I am a big believer in learning and implementing. You've spent the last few days and many, many hours listening to people talk to you about this whole process of sales. So I want you to take action. And if there is anything that comes from any of these talks, just write them down, put them on a wall next to you or on a post-it note or a sticky note on your computer that reminds you consistently to come back to sales and come back to actually implementing what you are learning as well. So in case we haven't met, hi everybody, I'm Roz. I am based in Australia. I live about 4 hours north of Sydney, but I get there all the time. It's where I grew up. And I have a young family. My son Jackson just turned 9. I have a wonderful husband who bought me coffee this morning. Yes, thank you very much, Clint, who is a videographer and a background in, amazing things himself, out on the road touring with major bands all over the world. I am also a speaker. I do TV and a number of interviews. I have the podcast Travel Agent Achievers. I am the founder of Travel Agent Achievers, which is a bunch of online courses, mentoring programs, live events as well. And I do have a travel business. And I think that that's the biggest thing these days is for anybody who you're learning from or you're talking to about business, I want you to think, do they actually understand where I'm coming from? And I love that Stephanie and Bonnie have put together this experience this week with a number of people who have a travel business, but are talking about their expertise in a certain field that's helping you with your travel business now to move forward. So walking with somebody who is walking the journey with you, I think is a really big thing. And yes, I've had my own travel business for over 15 years. I am home-based, an independent consultant. I have run an office, but I love being able to work for myself. It is one of the hardest things to do, though. And that's why Steph, I know, asked me to do this presentation, because when you are a mobile, a home-based, an independent contractor, you are working from an office, you do not have people necessarily walking through your door or from a shop front. You need to actively promote yourself. So that's a little bit about me. Let's keep moving forward. So what we're talking about, as I said, is all the sales about promoting yourself. And I want you to think about, what does it actually mean to sell yourself as a travel advisor? Now, when I was putting together this presentation, I was thinking about it, and it's just like, can you talk about you? Like, how do you sell yourself? And I was like, I don't know whether we're going down that route, Steph. Like, seriously, that's a little bit creepy. And that's the initial connotation that people start thinking, like, what do you mean I've got to sell myself? I'm not standing on any corner here with a placard or anything to say, yeah, come and book with me. No, it's not. Now, I heard Cindy say this in her presentation as well at the beginning of the week, and it's something that I subscribe to. It's about being yourself. Humans love to deal with humans. People love to deal with people. I love to be able to work with the people that I like, that I know, that I trust. And at the end of the day, your clients are going to come to you specifically for you. So think about that right now, because if we think about selling ourselves, we can often get caught up in our head. Something needs to be perfect. You need to have the right makeup and hair done. You've got to be in the right outfit and be able to speak in a certain way. No, you don't. You just need to be you and show up as you, because your clients want to deal with you as the human. They don't necessarily want to deal with something that is totally foreign to them, that they've never seen before. They get on the phone with you. They see you on social media. They see you as you are walking out of the gym. So Stephanie and I were just saying this just before we went live. We first met face-to-face at Virtuoso Travel Week this year in Las Vegas, and she'd come out of the gym. Yes, everybody, it was the one time she said she went to the gym, right, Steph?
Yes, yeah, I did get somebody to see it in person. So proud.
I saw it. I witnessed it. And now I'm telling everybody, the hundreds of people that are here, that
the one workout
at the gym. Yeah. And I was going into Starbucks, right? I needed my coffee.
Yeah.
Neither of us had our hair and makeup done. Neither of us were in like formal corporate gear. We were showing up as ourselves. And that was the most beautiful and authentic experiences, because it's real. And that's what I really want to say to you today, is just be yourself, be you, because your clients see you. Now, we need to understand who our clients are. And this is where we talk about our ideal client. You know, who is that person that you want to work with? Because all of your messaging and how you come across as the travel advisor will either instantly attract somebody to your orbit because they can feel as though they can relate to you, or they will be repelled. And an example of this is if you are selling a Disney cruise, for instance, and a client comes to you that would only ever book a Viking or a Silver Seas or a Seabourn or Explorer Journeys or something like that. So they come and they see you and they're like, oh, I don't actually think that I fit the demographic or the psychographic, or I may not be able to relate as well to the travel advisor that's solely focused on Disney vacations. So they will then repel themselves and go and look for an advisor who is more inclined to be talking about what they want to work with. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. There is enough business to go around for everybody. So I don't want you to come from a place of scarcity. I just want you to be aware that clients will work with the people that they feel as though they can relate to. And that's exactly the same that I'm going to encourage you to do, to relate to other people as well. So you need to share who you are. You need to share what the value is that you provide, because your audience wants to know who you are, what you do, but also how you can actually get them the result that they're looking for. So this isn't actually about you and selling yourself. It's about the value and what you can provide to somebody else to bring them into your orbit and actually have that relationship to build those things. So everything that you do is about yourself and your clients. Now, when we very first start out, nobody actually knows who we are, right? So if you are very new to the industry and you are just starting out in your travel business, it's okay to not have your ideal client defined. It's okay to be booking trips for family and friends. But you will find over the next few months, the more and more you start booking travel, the more and more you start talking to people, the more you will find the clients that you love to work with. And this can be defined in so many ways. And that's something, it's a completely different topic, ideal clients and finding your avatar and those sorts of things. So I'm not going to go into it too much now. Okay, so if we keep moving forward, the next question that I have for you is, do you put yourself out there? This is the second time I'm going to ask you to grab your phone. So if you've grabbed your resource, awesome, that's cool. But now I want you to grab your phone. I want you to go to your Instagram profile, or I want you to go to your Facebook profile or your social media, your website, if you have a website. And I want you to take a screenshot of your profile. And then I want you to DM it to me, text it to me on Instagram at Travel Agent Achievers. So there is a very, very, very good reason why I'm doing this, but I want you to have a look at your Instagram profile. So if I just pull this up now, let me have a quick look on Instagram here in my messages. All right, so grab your screenshot of your profile. If you don't know how to do that, open up Instagram. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, you've got a picture of yourself or a picture of your logo or whatever that is that you've got down there, and it will actually take you to your profile. Then take a screenshot. Go into your messages, which is the little round and the squiggly bit, and then send that picture to Travel Agent Achievers. All right, I'm getting some photos through now. I love this. Thank you, everyone. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so I'm getting all of these messages through now with people who are sending me their profiles. Now, this is really cool. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is because a lot of us don't actually put ourselves out there. So do you confidently put yourself out there to the consumer world? Do you share a photo of yourself? This is the big thing. Do you share photos of yourself on social media or on your website? What do you do? And if you don't, add it to the chat right now. Why not? What is holding you back from actually sharing a photo of yourself or talking about your travel experiences or talking about who you are? Whether it's on social media, whether it's on your website, whether it's in an email, what holds you back? I love this. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I would actually open a flooded gate here, Stephanie. I'm sorry. Because I'm not going to have time to go
love
through
our Instagrams.
all of these Instagram messages now and on Facebook, but I am going to come back to each and every one of you today, and I'm going to send you a private message. I'm going to send you a DM because there is a reason for this. So let me know what holds you back. I'm going to quickly open the chat now. If you are not actively promoting yourself, let me know why. Okay, Zoe says, I'm embarrassed to share that I'm new. Lisa, I look like crap when I'm traveling. Okay, I don't think I look good, says Chris. All right, so Jessica, you do share more about yourself on YouTube, but not so much in other places. Yeah, Daniel, I'm going to call you Danny. That's your Australian nickname. Shall we use the agency profile or my personal profile as a travel agent? You share with me exactly what you share with your clients. Okay, so Jenna says she doesn't have much travel content yet. That's totally fine. I don't want you to. Jolene, I don't take pictures. Sherry, the reason why you don't do it is you don't feel comfortable about yourself. Okay, look, I'm getting a lot of the same things here. And I want you to know that you are perfect the way that you are. Who you are, the way you look right now, the way you sound, the way you act, is okay, because that's exactly how your friends see you, your family sees you, your clients see you. It's how I see you. And you are perfect. I used to send myself a text message every single day that says, I am perfectly imperfect, because I had fears. I had fears of what I looked like and what I sounded like. It was one of my biggest struggles to actually start my podcast, was the fear of, oh my gosh, it's the Australian accent. I talk too fast. The inclination with the voice, I can get a bit excited at times, and that makes me speak faster. We all have these fears. So let me know, why don't you put yourself out there? Because this is something that I think a lot of people need to know, that you are not alone. Steph, is there anything that's caught your attention here?
Yeah, it's just the what to share. And there's a lot of them too that were like they're older pictures, or they don't feel like they look polished or professional. Which it is kind of sad. It's I totally see where it comes from though, because you're so busy running a business, which is so hard. Oh my gosh, like I totally get it. So yeah, it is. It was a lot like that.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of that sort of stuff that comes up. Perfect imperfections. That's right, Maxine. And a very good friend of mine has written some books about this, and I hear him speak. His name's Chris Helder, born in the US, now lives in Australia with one of my beautiful friends, Amanda Stevens. They are both professional speakers. And Chris has a book out, which I'm happy to share, and I'll put it on our website as well for you. But he talks about, you are the best right now. So you might look at photos of yourself and say, oh, when I was 20, I looked so great. Or I wish I was 5 kilos or 10 pounds lighter than I am now. Or I don't like the way that, my chins are growing, or my hair is going great, or whatever it is that you are telling yourself. I want you to remember that right now is the best time that you're going to look, because in 5 years' time, I can guarantee you are going to come back and go, oh, wow, I look so great when I was 5 years younger, right? So this is what we need to get over. This is part of the things about selling ourselves and promoting ourselves, is we need to get over ourselves, because how other people see you, they love you because of who you are. So thank you, everybody, for sending me all those Instagram messages. The reason why I'm going to do this, I will get back to you very shortly. But I will come back to each and every one of you. I promise you that today. All right, that's today. So it might be midnight your time when you get a message from me, but you will be getting one. Okay, so without sales, you don't have a business. And this is why we always need to be actively selling. And the reason I say this is because it's honest truth. I will give you the truth bombs. I will share with you without sugarcoating, but I will do it in a way that's said with love and compassion, because the reality is you need to have clients. You need to have bookings. You need to have all of these things come to you, because otherwise you don't have a business. You need to have sales in order to have business. And in order to have sales, you need to actively promote yourself. So there's so many things that we can do. And I say actively selling, but I don't think we need to be doing it all the time. There are seasons that come with all of this. So perhaps your books are absolutely full now and you physically cannot take on any more work. That means it's okay. You don't need to be actively selling, but you might be taking some time off, taking a holiday, set up some automations, get things organized in the background. It might also be that this is a big sales month for you. So here in Australia, we have what's called wave season. I think you guys have that in spring as well. So it's the cruise month and everybody is talking about cruising and booking and all the rest of it. That is our time here right now in Australia. This is where I am actively talking to our members, saying you need to be promoting yourself. You need to be talking about your knowledge, your skills, and your expertise, because now is a time to capture the sales whilst all the other marketing is out there. Now, as your audience grows, this is also an opportunity for you to be talking about yourself. So what we find is, if somebody is putting an image out on social media to say, hey, this is my business now and this is what I'm doing, that will be a set and forget. And this is a common misconception, that if you say something once, everybody's going to hear it. We've talked about the rule of 7 over the last few days. I talk about it as well as a marketing strategy. You need to be actively talking about yourself consistently more than 7 times in order for people to actually see you. You might feel as though you're talking about yourself a lot. I can guarantee half the people that are on your social media feeds aren't even seeing your images. They aren't seeing your profiles. So without sales, you don't have a business. Now, if I'm going to move through as fast as I possibly can today, I know that we're halfway there. Let's keep going because I'm standing in between the, you and drinks, right, Stephanie? Yeah. You and drinks.
No.
So, yeah. I've got my coffee. Everybody else has got drinks waiting. Okay. So there are 3 different stages that I wanted to share with you. Now, I say 3 different stages because when I think about how I started, it really did start with a new business and booking my family and friends. So I know we've got a number of people here who are brand new to the industry, and I say welcome to one of the most exciting roller coaster industries in the world. There is no day that is ever the same. There is always a challenge, but that's what makes it exciting. So when you're starting out, there are 3 different stages that I want to talk about today. First of all, you are the expert. You are the one that is showing up doing the training. So whether it's training here for your business or it's training with suppliers, you are understanding the products. You have traveled yourself. You are doing the research. That makes you the expert, not necessarily your clients that come to you with something that they've seen on social media or a newspaper clipping or, a friend told them about something. At the end of the day, I want you to be the expert. So in the first stage here of self-promotion, this is really the fundamentals. You are just starting out. Thinking about yourself and your business to promote. This is all marketing and selling yourself. You're attracting your audience. And there are different things that you can do at this simple stage here. So this is where I'm talking about social media. Having that image that you guys have all just sent me. And if you are watching the recording, I still want you to send me that image because I will come back to you. The image that I see more often than not now is a photo on that profile of a logo. The photo on the profile of a business name or a pretty picture of somewhere that you've traveled. Guys, I will be straight up. I want you to change that picture on your profile to you. I want you to find a picture that you are very happy with, and I really want you to post that as your profile picture. You can still have your name in the information section. You can still have your business and company details and all those sorts of things there. But in that profile image, I want you to add a photo of you because you are now actively selling yourself to attract the right audience. All right. So if you are brave, I want you to change that image today. When I come back to you on those pictures that you've all sent me now, I am going to just check you out and say, have you changed that image? And I'm going to encourage you to do that. The reason why I'm going to encourage you to do that, and then the second thing is actually post an image of yourself on your social media feed. If you are new to business or you are a seasoned professional, the first thing that I want you to do is reintroduce yourself. Introduce yourself on social media, explain what you do, who you are, and why you do what you do. This is about creating engagement. It's about building your profile, getting yourself out there. And it's one of the easiest and the fastest ways to start getting engagement and traction, to start building that know, like, and trust factor as well. Now, if you do have an agency that you must have the agency logo, I want you to make it small and put a picture of yourself. So if you have a look at Travel Agent Achievers and my profile image there, you will see that it is a photo of me and it's also a little logo, a submark there as well. So people can attach the two. So this all starts with you. You're attracting your audience. You are bringing people in. This is the very first stage. It's the fundamentals. I've got a resource in the book. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of ideas as well. But this is really the first stage, just getting things set up, feeling comfortable about being uncomfortable and sharing more of yourself. The second stage of self-promotion is about social proof. So you've started to get some runs on the board. You are getting clients in. They are booking with you. And social proof If you don't know what social proof is, I'm going to give you a quick story. Social proof is where somebody else says something about you and therefore it must be true. So if I said to Bonnie, hey, Bonnie, I met this really amazing girl. Her name's Stephanie. She does all of these super cool things with Travify. She's the education manager. She runs these great webinars. She speaks really well. She's super organized. She does all of these extra things. Like, this is social proof. Bonnie, her opinion then of Stephanie will potentially change. No, I think she already knows that. She's awesome. But it's social proof. So if I say something about Stephanie to Bonnie, that is social proof that Bonnie's opinion can potentially change as well. So this is where you're getting social proof about your bookings, and that's asking for testimonials and feedback from your clients so that you can actively promote that as well. Now, this all starts with you. It's all about human connection. It's all about service. It's the integrity, responsibility that you have for booking your clients, and it's starting to get your voice heard. There are so many things that we can be doing, and I'll give you a quick snapshot because I've got all of these in here. You know, this could be that you are doing social media videos, you're running events, you're putting together a podcast. For anybody who doesn't like the way that they look, grab somebody from Snapper or a travel shoot. When you are going on location, when you are traveling, get a professional photo shoot done. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money, but you will get images that you are really happy with and done in a way from a professional photographer that are not a selfie, and that by somebody who knows what they're doing, that you can then actively use on social media to talk about you and your business. It will just elevate your profile that little bit more. You might even be doing things, getting new business in with creating lead magnets and social media and putting together your website, doing SEO. There's so many different things. The third stage of promotion is where you are ready to step up. You already have the expertise. You are now showcasing that to everyone. You are becoming more visible. And some of the stages here and the things that I talk about in this advanced stage are things like putting together your own podcast, going live on radio or TV, talking about your destination, your experience, the clients that you love to work with, talking about a travel thing, what's happening in the industry now. There are so many opportunities for you to do that, but this is more at the advanced level. So the other things are, applying for awards, social proof. It all comes back to that, but it's about actively promoting and talking about yourself to bring in those clients that you love to work with as well. So what does it even involve? And this is where we were saying earlier about the rule of 7. This is created by Dr. Jeffrey Lant. And the concept suggests that you must not physically, but touch a prospect 7 times within a defined period before they even become aware of your product or service and take action on it. Now, I think 7 now, I would love to see you actually double or triple that before you might even get a booking or a reaction. These days, there is a lot more saturation on social media and it can be quite noisy. So promoting yourself is taking consistent action. Not everybody is going to see the same thing. So 7, the rule of 7. And the other thing part of that is if you don't ask, you don't get. So you've got to ask the question. Would you like to book with me? And there was some great presentations this week earlier as well about this particular thing. Cindy was saying it too, is if you don't ask, you don't get. So you need to be prepared to close the sale. And there are many ways that you can do this. It doesn't have to be icky, just be yourself. If you don't ask, you don't get. Thank you, Stephanie, for putting that up there. I see that there's some questions about PR. No, do you need a PR person to go on TV? Look, there are several rules of thumb here. I don't think you do. There are many avenues like using HARO in the US, HARO, help our reporter out. Here in Australia, we have Source Bottle. And with these two, you can set up your own rules in there to actually get notified when a reporter or a media outlet is looking for a particular story that you might be able to help them out with. So yeah, there's some great stuff there. Great podcast as well. Help a reporter out. Thank you, Stephanie, for doing that as well. So many different opportunities. So as I said, there are the 3 different stages. So if you are new to business, here's some of the things that you can do. Systemize, structure, and put together your foundations. Have your website up to date. To get seen or heard, some of the things that you can do that are super easy. You can set and forget, or you can set and update every 3 to 6 months. So a google.me account is just another way to get your profile out there. Who here uses Google, right? We all do. So get yourself in front of the companies that are promoting you as well, and that have the resources and the SEO and all the good stuff in the background that you don't need to know about, just to get your face, your name, your business out there. Have a little bio ready. I work with advisors all the time on putting together what's called a one sheet. And we have that inside our Achievers Mastermind, that you just copy and paste your bio, you add your photo in there, you have something ready that when you are asked for, oh, how do I introduce you, or how do I talk about you? There's a lot more things there that we can do as well. So we have a company here in Australia called Travel Agent Finder. And I think this is something that I'm also exploring to find out what's happening in the US. But if you are a travel advisor, what Travel Agent Finder does here in Australia, because of the shakeup in the industry over the last couple of years, you put your details on it, your expertise, your knowledge, your photo. There are free profiles and there are also paid, which is so cheap. I mean, Anna, she's one of my good friends, and I'm like, come on, you need to change this. But for her goal is to make sure that the advisors that are in the industry are seen. So there's two different audiences. One is the consumer. She's doing all the behind the scenes work, like I said, with Google, like I said, with social media, that are actively targeting specific audiences. So she's doing all that back end. All you need to do is showcase your expertise and show up. The inquiries come onto this website specifically for bookings that get fed out to you. It is so cool and it is so easy. But when you are new to business, you need to start doing these sorts of things that you can set and forget, or set and review every few months. Make sure that you are doing the training for your suppliers, understand what it is, and get their certification that you can showcase as well, because this all shows social proof. If Tourism Australia says that you are an expert, therefore you must be. Now, I want to see everyone come to Australia in order to do that and actually live up to that. But there are ways that you can showcase your expertise. And of course, doing social media. Now, if you're in the second stage, this is where your steady income is coming in. Your clients are consistently coming in. I want you to step up the game to be promoting yourself and actively selling yourself as a travel advisor. This is where we're talking about social proof. I want to encourage you, and it takes time. It also takes building your own confidence, and you're going to hate it initially, but I'm going to say, let's get out there and do it, because you stopping yourself is actually a disservice to your clients. I'm going to go that step further, and that's actually being selfish. So you need to be getting yourself out there. Okay, so YouTube, do videos, lives. If you are struggling with actually putting together a video of yourself, we have templates and resources and things that you can just download and talk to, and then record it 10 times if you have to, but get something out there so that your clients can hear you and see you. You might want to be putting together a virtual or an in-person event. Start talking and learning how to communicate confidently with your audience by telling them your story, by sharing with them your expertise, by talking about a supplier or an event that's coming up. You might be hosting a group. Talk about it. You need to actively be talking about that, and also yourself and why you're the person to be booking with, so that will build your business. Getting a photo shoot, as I said before, guesting on a podcast, or starting your own. One of the easiest ways to get out there, and there are millions of them, is guesting on a podcast. So once you've got your little one sheet, which has your photo, what you do, who you talk to, who your clients are, there is a podcast for everything. So if you are a specialist in, what do I want to say? Pickleball travel, right? So you are the go-to person when there is a tournament, and you organize the hotels and the travel for pickleball tournaments globally, right? I'm just putting it out there. I don't know whether anybody actually is here. If you are, awesome. This is for you, my friend. Yeah, that's right. So with that, you are the expert. right? You know when these tournaments are happening. You know where they're happening. You know what it's like to travel with equipment. You understand how important it is to have your own bat, to have the right equipment, all of those sorts of things. You are the expert when it comes to travel for pickleball. And so what you can do is just do a search on YouTube, like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and look for pickleball podcasts, and then pitch yourself to those podcasts to talk about travel. Now, podcast hosts are always looking for new ideas. They are always looking for experts. They are always wanting to have the conversation. So reach out. What is the worst thing that can happen? Can anybody tell me what the worst thing is that can possibly happen if you were to reach out or suggest something to somebody, or you were to say, this is what I offer? Ashanti, thank you. They say no. That is the worst thing that can happen. However, as humans, we often get caught up in our own heads and say, they're going to send me hate mail and death threats, and then, they're going to find my house. We go into this whole spiral. We do not need to do that, because the reality is they will say no. And they say no, and that's okay. We move on to the next one. We've got to start building some thick skin here. I know we feel bad. We feel as though our confidence drops as well, but it's about having that community and people around you as well that can lift you up and say, hey, let's keep going. Let's just get back on the ball. They said no, it's okay. It's like going for an award, right? And the no gets you closer to your yes. That's right, Pamela. So if somebody says no to you, that is that next stage that somebody's going to say yes. It's exactly like giving a client a proposal or a quote or their paperwork. We're sitting there going, are they going to pay? Are they going to pay? Are they going to pay? Are they going to be booking with us? Are they going to be booking with us? If you don't ask, you're not going to get that sale. But also, if you don't follow up with them, that could be a lost lead. We have to take the 3-2-1 courage and say, I am ready to do this. And that 3-2-1 courage, that's by Mel. Oh, I've lost the name off the top of my head, but I have got it. So I know that that it exists. But you count down in your head and say, right, 3, 2, 1, take action. Thank you, Ryan and Jennifer. I was thinking about her beforehand. Mel Robbins, right? 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. 3, 2, 1, pick up the phone. 3, 2, 1, send that email. Don't procrastinate. Don't be thinking for hours. This is about you and your business, and you need to actively sell yourself and your services in order to get that sale. All right, ready to scale. This is now where you are going big. So you are looking at publicity. You are looking at press releases. You are looking at getting yourself out there in a bigger way. You're looking at partnerships, affiliates. The confidence is increasing. You are entering awards. You are getting more social proof. You want to go live. You have that confidence to say, yes, I believe in what I do. And with practice, anything is possible. One thing that I say to all of our members, because I get this a lot, is I just don't feel as though I'm going to say the right thing. I'm going to stumble over my words. What if they don't like what I say? And I say to them, there are 3 different things, 3 different presentations that you will always give. So if you're doing a presentation, you are going live, you are recording for a TV interview, you are even speaking to a client about a trip. One is the one that you've prepared and you definitely want to go and deliver, because that's the best one that you can think about. The second one is the one that you actually deliver. This is the one that is often the most heartfelt. It hits the message. And this is the wow. Right? That's what the audience needs to hear from you. That's what your clients need to hear from you. The third one is the one you get off stage, or you go home, or you get back in your car after you've spoken to that client, and then you go, I so forgot to tell them this, right? You start beating yourself up, or, I need to follow up with this. So there are the 3 different things. All of them are correct. But you have to have that confidence in yourself to say, I have delivered what I need to get to that sale. I have delivered what I need to in order for that client relationship to strengthen, that human connection to strengthen. And those clients will continue to know, like, trust, and buy from you. That's what I want you to have. Now, if you don't have that confidence, if you don't have that self-belief, it's okay. I am naturally an introvert. I am quite happy to go to an event, but I love being able to know someone when I get there. And then I also like to be able to retreat to my hotel room. I need to like top myself up. And that's okay. And I think for everybody, we are all different. But I want you to know that if you don't believe in yourself, I am here to believe in you. I will believe for you until you can believe in yourself, because often as an outsider, and this is where community really comes into play, is other people will see things in you that you do not see in yourself. You may not see that you have the confidence. You may not see that you are the expert in something. Your clients do. Your community does. Your family does. Okay, maybe sometimes not. But there are different people who see things in you, and I want you to see that for yourself. All right, I know that there's, you're the same way, darling. Good. You know, fist bump to us, because you and I, we are soul sisters. All right, so there is now a bit of a plan, and this is what I want for each of you to have a plan, because there are so many things that we can be doing. It's really just an opportunity to take the next step. So I'm giving you a whole list of things that you can be doing at each of the different stages. If you do not have that worksheet, please grab it. Go to travelagentachievers.com/Travify, because everything is there. I am somebody who loves to give. I love to see other people succeed. I get those happy tears when I have an advisor say, wow, Roz, I am a finalist in this award. I would never have thought of that. That social proof and taking the step to actually believe in themselves and put themselves out there and put themselves forward gives me so much joy. So this is what I want for you, is to have a plan, to start taking action, because without having a plan, my friends, you're going to just set yourself up for failure. I know. I just want to make sure that you are going to be able to take action, because without action you're not going to get the results, right? You are not going to get the results, because there is nothing. There is only that will in your head. And you are the expert. You are the person that your clients want to book with. But if you don't share who you are, what you do, and how you are putting yourself out there to book these amazing experiences, to curate and share this incredible planet that we live on with your clients and friends and guests, then you're not going to be building that travel business that I know you absolutely deserve. And you do. It's about going that one step further. It's about taking action. And I want that for you. Okay, final thoughts. I know we've only got a couple of minutes now because drinks are well on their way. It's okay to be nervous. We all get nervous. We all have that, oh my gosh, can I do this? Yes, you can. I want you to have a plan. I want you to think long-term. So a lot of the advisors that I've been working with over the last couple of years are now featured on TV. They are featured on boards of companies. They are winning awards. They are being recognized. They are consistently asked to be in the media, because they've done the work, they've done the training, they've consistently showed up. They have talked about themselves, even when they haven't felt so good. So I want you to be thinking the long-term results. Nothing happens overnight, but with consistent action, it absolutely will. I want you to surround yourself with people that you admire, that you want to learn from. I want you to lean on their experience. I want you to be thinking, I love what that person did. And this is okay in the industry, because there is enough business to go around. Lean on other people's experience, learn from others. A community and accountability is what will help you take action. This works for a lot of people. If I have, one of my friends, if I see Stephanie and she says, oh my gosh, Roz, I really love this to happen. And I'm like, cool, let's go for it. Like, if you're going out and I see you going to the gym, that makes me feel as though I want to go to the gym too, right? Keeps me accountable. It's the same as there's a walk for wellness for NCL cruises here in Australia at the moment going as well. Yeah, I feel accountable that I need to go for a walk, right? No, I don't want to. And always be thinking of the client. This isn't about you. This is about your business. It's about your clients. And by actively promoting yourself and talking about your expertise, who you are, is what will draw those clients directly to you. All right. Password is required. I'm not sure whether that's for me, Lisa, or whether that is for Steph. We'll come back to that. But everybody, that's it for me. There is so much that you can be doing. It's just taking action, doing one thing at a time. Grab the free resources, reach out to me via email. If you need anything, then let me know. And I am here and happy to help you in any way I possibly can. Stephanie.
Woo! That was awesome. That was so cool. Yeah. So I don't know the password is required. You'll have to let me know because I just tried to download and it did work. So I think it should be good. But really quick though, I'm going to ask a question. But before I forget, I'm putting in travel trivia happy hour link registration right in there. So you can have that. But a big question that came in. Well, there's a few that came in that I really want to make sure we ask. One of the big ones that a lot of people ask is a lot of people for like take Instagram, they'll have a personal Instagram page and one for their business. And I think that's where the struggle tends to live a little bit on showing yourself. So what do you think is the best to do there?
So having two different profiles, I think, is fine. I personally love to have a business profile that I can talk about travel on my business profile.
Mm-hmm.
My friends, I don't necessarily book their travel. Now, between you, me, and the bench post here, I love my mother-in-law, but I refuse to book her travel, right? She is not my ideal client. It's the same as my father. Not my ideal client. I will not be booking those guys. My mum, how on the other side? Yeah, absolutely. I'll book her travel all day long. However, it is really about how you want to show up for your clients and in your personal life. If you show what you have for breakfast on your personal profile, do your clients really need to see that? And this is the question to ask yourself. What is it that my clients want to see? Or what is it that I am showcasing as a travel professional? Not necessarily my personal world. Now, this is what we did with our social media engagement challenge recently, was actually say, what is it that you want to talk about yourself on your personal professional profiles? So for me, I'm happy to talk about, my love of snowboarding, that I love to travel, that I have a beautiful 9-year-old son who is a soccer fanatic. I don't show photos of him all the time, but I will share stories. And I think it's important to bring a bit of yourself into your professional world. But I don't think you need to showcase everything. I don't show my house, for instance. I show the location that I'm in, but I don't show my house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, I like that. So this was another question, which is
Can I just say, Catherine, you are also a sister from another mister. I love it.
Yes.
Booked your mother's in-laws. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Catherine said she booked her mother-in-law's vacation. Let's just say she's not my ideal client at all. Yeah.
What's the cheapest? Same as mine. Yeah.
I hear that a lot though. That always is what I hear from travel advisors is they're like, don't book, like be careful with booking your family.
But that's where a lot of us have to start.
Because
your family, they want to see you succeed. They genuinely do. And so therefore they want to give you the business, but they often want to tell you how to do the business. And I think that's something that we all come through. Now, there are people out there, they will only book family and friends travel, and that's fine. It's coming back to who your ideal client is and who you want to work with, because it is your business. It's not their business. It's your business. You're the one that's doing all the sales, all the marketing, all the operations, all the systems, the finances. You are also everything else at home. Be mindful of it being your business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's another question here is how do you handle sharing pictures of your clients? So what do you typically do or have seen other advisors do on this?
Yeah. So I always ask. I always ask my clients to tag me as well. So if they tag me, that means that they're also saying, hey, it's okay. I want Ros to see these images. But I will ask them and say, are you okay if I repost this and talk about your experience? Exactly the same when you receive a testimonial. I don't call them testimonials. I call them feedback, because I think we can learn from everything. And when we receive feedback from a client, I will ask them, like, I'm so humbled and I'm often embarrassed. This is one thing that I'm working on, is because I feel like I'm just doing my job. I'm like, I love that you want to say how amazing it was, but I'm almost embarrassed to then share it. But I ask them, are you okay if I put this on social media? I am so proud of the work that our team has done. And I love that you had an incredible experience. I'd love to share that with others. So, it's just nice to ask. And I think for privacy reasons as well, it's important. Yeah.
Well, and I see earlier this week there was it's kind of part of the funnel of once they return, you kind of start asking like, how was the trip? Oh, like, oh, it just becomes a little bit a part of your process, which reviews and pictures that you can share from them are super cool. So it's awesome.
Absolutely. And you can showcase that. You can put that into presentations when you're then pitching for business to other people or quoting, because it gives that social proof. And this is where somebody else is saying how good you are, not necessarily you talking about yourself, but you need to actively promote that. You need to be getting over yourself to say, it's a really nice thing that somebody else has done this for us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to note one other thing. I think I know what the password thing is. So in it just says create a password. So it does have you. Yeah. So that's what it is. So you can just create any password and then.
Create your own password. So that is on the website because there are so many free resources there. So once you create the password, you set it yourself up with an account, you can, grab a whole lot of different things to help you with your travel business. I specifically focus on sales, marketing, operations, and client work because I think as a business, we need to do everything. And my love of business, you'll hear about it all on the podcast and everywhere else. Yeah.
It's so awesome. Well, I just got word from Bonnie that she can't start Travel Trivia Happy Hour until I'm out of this because it's my Zoom account. Totally didn't think about that, but that's okay. Because I know all the people here, we're all just going to go over there. But I just want to thank you so much again, Roz. And definitely again, like we on our Facebook group, we're going to make sure if you want to keep conversations going there, definitely do. I'll make sure to put those resources on there as well that she shared. But this has been super incredible. Even for me, like I'm just like, everybody's needs to promote themselves. And so I just love these ideas. It's really cool.
Thank you,
smart.
Stephanie.
Brilliant.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for sticking around. I look forward I'm going to jump over into the drinks as well so that I can see you. Happy to continue the conversation. I am also a Travefy user. Myself and my team use it. So let's talk inside Facebook as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody get out there. And for anybody who hasn't sent me their profile, make sure that you do, because I'm going to be going through all of those today and I'm going to come back to you with some feedback.
We'll all wake up
all
to
with
a
love.
message. Yes. I love it. Well, I'll see you over there. We'll see you in a second.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.